So today we're going to go and see Alien Covenant.
Yes.
My thoughts beforehand, I'm pretty hesitant on this one. Well, to break it down, we've both seen all of the previous Alien films.
Yes.
Yes, we have, yeah. Well, the first
Well,
Alien...
not like the ridiculous ones, like Alien versus Predator.
No, I've not seen those ones. I don't even think those are counted as canon, but...
Nah.
The first Alien was a classic movie, and it's a great horror film. Still to this day. Aliens... Brilliant movie.
I loved
both
watching.
Loved
it sounds
that.
twisted,
Even
but
as
I loved watching that
as a kid. Even as a kid,
over
yeah.
and over
I love
and
that.
over
Easily
again.
one of the best sequels ever made.
Yes.
Alien 3 was rubbish, but it had a really troubled production. So, Alien Resurrection was kind of okay, but when you look back on it,
It was
now, it's
okay to watch when you were younger, but when you're an adult,
pointless when
yeah.
you watch it now. Prometheus, I didn't like Prometheus. I didn't at all. I didn't. No, I wasn't a big fan of Prometheus. I found it all pointless, and the fact that the crew were all incredibly stupid. And
yeah, that was the main problem. It was the fact the crew were absolutely stupid,
useless,
and then that bloody pregnancy scene.
That pregnancy scene, like where the hell did that come from?
That was just ridiculous.
It was just dumb.
Fassbender, just get up and walk it off.
Michael Fassbender was really good.
Yes, I'll give him that.
Fassbender was good.
I mean,
he's in this again.
I couldn't criticise the acting of the movie.
The acting
was really good.
So.
Yeah.
But the thing with me is I'm not a big fan of prequels. Right off the top of my head, I was even trying to think about this morning. Trying to think, are there any truly great prequels? There's great sequels, but
prequels?
I really can't think of any great prequels. It's impossible to think. And prequels have that problem of like.
You know what's going to happen anyway, so if they try and build the suspense of this person's going to die, you think, well, they're not, because I know what
even though I don't think there's any characters in the film. Well, there's David, of course, but the problem is, the thing with prequels is you could argue there's completely no point to their existence, and they're just sort of a cash-in. It's like, should we advance the story? No, we'll just go back and say how it started. Like with Alien, the whole thing with the xenomorph is that was what made it scary. Is we had no idea what this thing is or what it was capable of, what it came from. So let's go back and explain its origins. Why? Because you're going to take a lot of the suspense and the horror away, because you're trying to give a backstory to an alien creature.
Yeah.
Who cares? What does it matter where it came from?
Finished. Back to the movie.
Sorry.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I liked Prometheus a little bit, but like not the whoa, this was amazing. It was boring, but it was. Yeah. You could definitely tell the difference between Ridley Scott doing the production and other people who are just trying to make it like a horror movie.
To give you the idea of my Prometheus experience, the best thing, the most memorable thing about mine was I was watching this outside on deck chairs on a projected screen. That was the most memorable part of the news. But it was one of those movies where you think there's no point of it, and there's going to be 2 more apparently after Covenant. But
I thought it was 1 more. I thought it was like 3 before the original.
I think they're making another one. So again, it's the point of you're making too many. Four prequels, 3 totally unnecessary. But with Covenant, I don't have that much to say about it. I've read things about it. It's got a pretty good score so far. A friend of mine who was a professional critic, shout out to Gary Green, he said that it was garbage. So
quote unquote
so
garbage.
I'm actually going to go in this movie with low expectations, so I'm going to be disappointed.
I think because Prometheus a lot of people said it was boring, a lot of people said it was slow. I think Ridley Scott's tried to go the opposite way with this and add a lot of, I won't say action, but probably a lot of deaths in it and a lot of scary moments in it.
It sounds like it's more of a sort of.
Do you think it'll have jump scares? I think it'll have quite a few jump scares in it.
It sounds like it's going more action thriller, which is not necessarily bad, because that's exactly what Cameron did with Aliens, and I loved that film.
Yes.
So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but
I think it's going to overcompensate a bit too much to the point where it's going to be cliched.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna know what's coming, and you like when you see a set and you know like the bad guy's going to jump out of that door, it's going to be the alien's going to come out that air vent.
It's behind him. Oh, there it is. But for me, the biggest problem is this movie is going to exist in, I'm going to call it a vacuum of pointlessness, because it doesn't matter what happens. This is not going to have any impact, especially if you already announce that they're going to make another prequel. So this is a prequel to a prequel.
Yeah. I also didn't like the fact that in Prometheus, the whole point of the prequels
Yeah.
is to get where the hell the xenomorph came from.
Yeah.
What the hell happened, and they literally left all the shit to like the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And in fact, the bit with the xenomorph, it wasn't even the freaking xenomorph. It was the thing before the xenomorph.
Because I asked somebody, I was going to go and see Prometheus. I said to somebody, "Is this an Alien prequel?" No one could ever give a straight answer. It was, yeah, it is kind of. I'm like, well, is it or isn't it? I totally see what they mean though, because like, I'm like, okay, this is just a movie about a bunch of morons out in outer space, and then suddenly at the end, oh, there's the alien creature.
Oh yeah, by the way.
Oh, it's like Ridley Scott was like, oh shit, this was supposed to be an Alien prequel. Oh, better throw an alien in the last 10 seconds. Like, okay, so it was an Alien prequel. Okay then, so that's my thinking here. It's going to be pointless, but is it just if it was a standalone movie, will it be good? Will it be?
I think like I'm looking forward to the acting of it. I'm looking forward to the sets of it and stuff. But it's kind of like with like the Fast and the Furious movies.
Yeah.
If you don't look too much into it and if you just see it for what it is, then it might be entertaining.
Might be
if you
good,
try to overanalyze and try to, you're gonna not have a good time.
I don't want the franchise to be shat all over, but to be fair, like I said, the AVVs have kind of done that. So
as long as they tell the story about how the xenomorph showed up pretty well,
as long as they
I'll be satisfied.
Cover that well, and But is it going to start contradicting later movies? We don't know. I'm sure Cinema Sins will do an episode on it, and I'll look forward to that. But anyway, we're gonna head in now, and we're gonna see what it's like. And like I say, hopefully it'll just be good. Like, this is one of since we've started doing these movies. This is, I think, the first one I'm really like. I really don't know what it's gonna be like. I'm really hesitant about it. I haven't read stuff and seen stuff, and
I'm not going in with high expectations.
No, I'll keep them pretty low actually.
But I'm not going in expected to be bored shitless or things like that.
No,
so
it better not be. So anyway, we're gonna head in now, see what it's like. So we're just out of Alien Covenant. Okay.
You start giggling, I'm saying nothing.
Okay, do you want to go first?
Right, good points. I really loved the design of it and the look of it.
Yeah.
It was
similar to Prometheus
lovely.
in aesthetic.
Yeah, but it was a reference back to like the Aliens movie and the original movie and stuff. So I did really, really like that. I really appreciated that. That was really cool. I really like the action scenes in it.
Yeah,
I actually did genuinely.
I jumped
like
a few bits, right near kind of the sort of start of the movie. That was my favourite. There was some really solid stuff at the movie before they get to this planet that they end up on. I thought that was the best bit. I think the start was it best. Did you like it overall, would you say?
Overall, I did. I don't think it deserves the pandering, like absolute pandering. What did I say?
Panning.
Yeah, that it's got. I don't think it deserves
it's
that
not been
harshly.
panned, but folk have been harsh in it, so...
Yeah, I don't think it deserved it that harshly. It's way better than, like, Resurrection, like Alien Resurrection and stuff, in terms of, like, a story and combining action with the story.
For me, this is what happens when you have a great movie. It becomes a franchise and you end up taking it way too seriously. Like, you Wachowski the hell out of your franchise. And all this stuff about... There's all this stuff about the creation of man and man's origins and all this sort of stuff. And like, if you're going to do stories about the origins of man, don't do it with face-hugging aliens. It's just ridiculous.
And the guy from... What's it called? What's it called with Jack Black and Ben Stiller in it and everything?
Danny McBride.
Yeah.
Actually, I thought Danny McBride was good in a dramatic role.
I thought he was very good in it, but like you can't have on one side talking about the creation of man, and then the other guy talking about some woman's tits.
Yeah, there's
for a couple of seconds.
It had these really jarring tonal shifts, wasn't there? But there was. I noticed. I don't know if it's just because I've seen all the Alien movies. I was thinking this, but I was noticing all the references to other movies. Like,
yes, I was.
Without giving it away, like there's a Danny McBride's character in this is called Tennessee, which, whether they want to or not, is pretty much a reference to the first Alien, where I think the captain was called Dallas. Or there's a scene where they're having to close all the doors on the ship, Alien 3.
Yeah.
There's
the main
dropship, Alien 2.
The main chick as well also said bitch. Like, you son of a bitch, kind of like get away from her, you bitch, kind of thing.
So it was a bit reference crazy, but overall, I thought it was better than I was expecting.
Yes.
It was a bit better than I thought it was going to be. There is a lot of stupid stuff, a lot of, like, especially in the
a lot of cliches.
The second half, it does get very, very trite, and there's some. You're guessing lines of. There'll be a scene where a character says something, you wait for the reply. You're guessing lines of dialogue way before they happen. You're guessing plot beats before they happen.
Yeah.
Some of the jumps were actually pretty good.
Oh, I didn't.
One or two.
Well, I say I didn't like them, but I appreciated the jumps in them.
Some were good.
You bastard! Kind of thing.
It did have some genuinely scary moments, I'd say. It did have some scary moments, and it does build a pretty good atmosphere. It's directed great. The places they go to look gigantic. Like the bits with the planets.
That's what I meant. I just loved the look of this movie. It
looks
huge, really good.
Aesthetically, cinematography-wise, it was a marvel. It was stunning.
Yeah.
It always had that pervading sense of, we know where it's going to go from here because it's a prequel. It's between a movie we've seen and another, and it's like it comes after a movie we've seen and before a movie we've seen. So, aside from the jump scares and stuff, there's really not that many surprises.
The thing that bugs me a bit, like, there's a lot of people that have been going on about the shower scene. The thing that personally bugs me about it is their crew members, their colleagues are dead.
Yeah.
Let's get freaky in a shower.
Screw the show, yeah, boo. Yeah, well.
Kind of thing.
So, I love the fact you threw it. It's like, so do we have any nudity in this movie? It's like, do we have blood? Yes. Do we have death? Yes. Do we have any nudity? No.
We'll throw it a bit.
We'll throw it a shower scene at the end. So, but I mean, it was okay for me. The best actor was Fassbender, like he was in this, and because he's great. Like the scenes when you get close-ups of Fassbender's face, and he's great at tricking you into thinking.
And the other Fassbender, like when the pair
the
of them
Fassbenders.
Fassbenders.
He's really good at making you think. Like, I'm not sure where this guy's going to go. He's great at that. He's a fantastic actor.
Yeah.
So he was the highlight in the movie. Not going to spoil it, but there is one kind of significant twist at some point in the movie that we both guessed pretty much as soon as the first hint of it was there.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure it was a hint, but I don't. Maybe we've seen too many movies or something. But it was like straight away, I'm like, yep, I've guessed what's happened here. But overall, if you're going to mark it out of 5, I'd give it 3, maybe 3.5, something like that.
I'd give it 3.5, 4.
It was enjoyable. It was fun to watch, but it had that. It's a movie that doesn't really need to exist.
I think if anyone was going to watch it to be like the horror movie franchise, like that kind of stuff, I wouldn't recommend it actually, because there's a lot of sitting and listening and a few things you've got to pay attention
to.
There's
a bit of treasure. Although I'll give it this, even if you don't know anything about the Alien franchise, you'd maybe get. There's a few like references for like later on where people who've seen the movies like, this is this,
I get that.
This is this. But I reckon if you were just going in, you'd probably be more scared going in if you didn't know, because having seen the Alien movies, you know what certain aliens do, how they go about their alien-y business. So overall, I'd give it 3 stars. So good movie, nowhere near on par with films like. If I would put
I don't think they'll ever get there. They will never get to that.
I would put it maybe. I'd say Alien's best, then Alien.
Yeah.
I'd put it 3 Resurrection and this one all kind of muddled together. It's probably better than Alien 3 actually, because it's had more. I'd put it somewhere around about there. So
I'd honestly put it like Aliens, Alien, this, Alien Resurrection, purely because Alien Resurrection is just a bit cheesy, a bit more cliche than this one, a bit more. And then like Alien Resurrection and Alien
stuff,
3
so it's okay. It's not the worst in the franchise, but it's not the best. It's an average movie. It's pretty
good.
average. So yeah, it was good is probably the nicest thing you can say really. Yeah. So that's the verdict here. I'm not going to buy the DVD when it comes out. It doesn't especially hyped me for the next one.
But that's my word. My sound effect for the film.
It had its moments.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I am glad I watched it in the cinema.
Yeah.
I'm glad I paid money to watch it, but whether I buy on DVD, nah, not really.
Nah.
Not fussed.
So that's the verdict here. See it in the cinema, maybe.
Up to you, really.
It has its moments.
Nothing else is on.
Yeah.
Put that on. Yeah. I'll do.